Hey everybody, D-Style here. Something I wanted to talk about. Check it out. Couple days ago, I ran into the story. By now, I think a lot of you have probably seen it, but a police officer um, didn't know his dash cam was not his dash cam. I'm sorry, his body cam was on, and is seen putting and planting drugs. Okay, I believe these are I'm not a big expert in drugs, so forgive me, but I believe they were crack cocaine pills in a bag, and he planted it. You could see this on the body cam film, right? And then there's two officers, two more, watching this happen. You could see this in the body cam. Then they walk out of that little spot. The guy turns on his volume on the body cam. He thought he was turning on. And then he's heard saying, all right, let me go check this out. Telling those two same officers. And he goes to that same place and starts acting like he's looking for something. Gets a Coke can. Pulls out the plastic baggie with the pills in it. And acts like, oh, look at what I found. Look at this, guys. Or something like that. He said something like that. And walks back to those two officers. Now, when I first read this story, I found it funny because I was naive and stupid, apparently, because I thought this dude's going to get in big trouble. Right? That's what I thought. Because I thought, come on, I mean, I don't think any officer has been caught this blatant, like doing it and then acting like he found it. Like there's been dash cam footage of officers where it looks like they're putting something somewhere, or but it's not clear. Like this is like HD quality. You can see it all go down. Like it couldn't be more clear. All right. I mean, this is without a shadow of a doubt standard. The standard you need to prosecute somebody for murder, right? It actually you don't need that for murder. You need that you just need it without a reasonable doubt in murder. This is without a shadow of a doubt, right? So it even supersedes that. I find it funny how this idiot dumbass got caught. Look, I know that this goes on, right? I know that this happens. I had a cousin of mine once pulled over, and they asked him to step out of the car, this and that, and sit down. And I knew for a fact he didn't smoke. I knew for a fact, but they found weed in his car, right? And I believe him, right? I mean, all because they wanted to know where some spot was at, and they wanted to prove that he knew. It was just some stupid shit, right? So to that extent, not me personally, but I've experienced it, and I know many stories like this. Like not all these, like they do. Does everyone out there think that all these people have been lying all these years about the police? Like, if there was no reason to lie, do you think so many people would be lying like that? Now, if there was never footage of this, no one was going to believe the guy that said, I never had those were mine. Nobody was going to believe him. And we saw it on dash cam, sir. He got it out of the, it's there on footage. They were going to use that same footage to prosecute his ass. Okay? Now, here's where it's not funny and where it gets very serious. This cop was about to ruin somebody's life. He was about to ruin somebody's life. This police officer, this piece of shit, and the two are very complicit with this. They're just as guilty. They were about to ruin somebody's life. They were about to make somebody another statistic. They were going to add to the statistics. They're going to make those quotas possible. And they're going to ruin somebody's life in the process. See, there's nothing funny about that. You know, I found funny that the idiot was stupid enough to not know his dash cam was on, right? But it was in a good way. I was glad. So what did they do? Did they prosecute him for trying to frame an innocent person? No. They're still using this cop as a witness on other trials, which tells me he's done this before. Now, look, it's obvious he's done this before, right? Only a naive person. Oh, no, blue lives matter. It's probably the first time he did it. It's just a mistake. That's not a mistake, right? There's nothing. That is premeditated. That is planned. And none of those other two officers were there witnessing the mistake. Were there to tell him, hey, what are you doing? You can't do that. We're good cops. You're one of the bad apples. Well, we got to do something about you. Why don't you do something about this bad apple? Are the prosecutors, is the police department, what are they doing about these bad apples? Oh, they have them under investigation. Well, what the fuck are you investigating? Well, what is it to investigate? You see what happened. It's clear as day what the fucking officer did. It's fucking clear as daylight, man. It's clear as the cleanest water in the planet. It's clear. Like the water that runs down my drain, like that song by, yeah, I believe it's Phil Collins. Look, I can't stress enough, man, how corrupt these police departments are. Like you have to at this point, man, you have to purposely have your head in the fucking sand to not see that. Like you have to, in the age of social media, you have to really be trying hard not to see that. You have to try with everything in your power. It's got to take all the energy you have, okay, to not see what the fuck is going on. You don't get to almost ruin somebody's life, and because of your stupidity, you don't get to do that because you were obviously caught planting a drug, okay? And then still be used as a witness. Are you kidding me? Every trial that this motherfucker is in, every single one, that he is the one that caught the drug, and I don't care if it was on dash cam, I don't care if he was a quote-unquote witness, every single one of those people should be let free. Every single one of them. You're about to ruin people's lives because you're going to trust this motherfucker? Fuck no. Now, I know what's going to happen. The prosecutor knows this. The prosecutor knows this. All right? The same prosecutor using him as a witness. He knows about this. And whenever the lawyers, okay, I hope they do everything in their power to bring this up because this is not a good witness. It's not a reliable witness. Neither are the two idiots that were standing there with him being 100% compliant with what was going on. Because they were playing witness to the whole, oh, yeah, we were there. He just walked back there and he found the drugs there. We were there. We're witnesses. We're cops. We're good people. Get the fuck out of here, right? This dude, this is not the first time he's done this. Not the first time these other two idiots have done it either. And if looking at the response from the police department, really? Administrative leave? Administrative leave. Desk work for one of them. Oh, poor guy. He's going to have to do paperwork. Are you kidding me? Now I could see what's going to happen. It's going to be a lawsuit more than likely, and who's going to pay for the lawsuit? Taxpayers. That's what always fucking happens. Okay, the city, quote unquote, the taxpayers of the city end up paying, okay, for all the lawsuits for from these cops. The police departments don't pay for it, right? This is fucking stupid, man. Right? It's I can't. I mean, I could believe it. It's not shocking to me, but I can't believe this shit's going on. This dude should be put on handcuffs and he should be put in jail. Prove that that you don't tolerate bad apples. Then, right? The way this department is acting, that prosecutor is acting, it means they fucking know what the fuck is going on. They know what's up, right? And juries are all fucking gullible. And if the cops said, that he was scared, even if the guy was running away, then he was scared. We have to believe him. Okay, yes, the guy was running away, but the cop felt scared, so he had to shoot. Okay, there's always that one idiot in the jury, and that's why they can't prosecute dudes that shoot people running away. And then you get those stupid cops that come on YouTube and social media, right, with their uniform on. Okay. Like, here's my middle finger to you, okay? Oh, yeah, a cop just got killed and nobody is talking about it, but everybody wants to celebrate thugs getting killed all the time. Nobody's celebrating anything, okay? Now, there's a lot of mourning of death going on, okay, but if you want to tell me Tamir Rice, a 12-year-old kid, was a thug, they'll go fuck yourself. How about that? I don't give a shit, okay? If you don't want to be a cop, then don't be a fucking cop. Go get another line of work, right? Spare me, right? Soldiers and cops that want me to, bow down to them because, my job's dangerous. Fuck you. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Okay, nobody's forcing you to do it, right? The fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Planting drugs and they get administrative leave. They're caught. They're caught doing it. There's a lot of things that were very telling for those of you that still have your head in the sand. Oh, no. It's the bad apples. If a cop sees a bad cop do something, the cops will do something about that person. Yeah, sure. Right. You must, yeah. And I was born in fucking Mars, okay? They're shitting me. Are you kidding me? Well, was he scared for his life? Is that why he planted the drugs? No, you don't understand. If I didn't plant the drugs, I felt like my life was in danger if I didn't plant them. Is that going to be their defense? Get the fuck out of here. I'm obviously being sarcastic, right? This dude should be locked up. You don't get to ruin, let's look at both sides of the coin here, right? If he didn't fuck up, right? If his body cam was only on when he quote unquote found the substances, all right? If that's the only time the body cam was on, they would have arrested this individual, they would have prosecuted this individual, okay, they would have used that as evidence in court, and this person would have served some serious time, and even if he got paroled, even if he got house, what do you call it? Parole time, whatever, right? If whatever it is, that was going to be in his record forever. You know how many jobs out there they do background checks and they won't hire you if something like that is in your background? So this person, is going to have a hard time, finding a job. Right? It affects people's lives. It has a profound domino effect. Okay? Hell, police officers, okay, can get somebody's name and mark them down as a quote-unquote gang member. And every time you get pulled over, you're seen as a gang member because of the colors you're wearing in the hood. Okay? Because this is how stupid cops are. Right? No, they can't do it. Yeah, they can do that. Right? Yeah, they can. They couldn't arrest you without a reason. And when you say, why are you arresting me, they couldn't arrest you for resisting arrest. Which is the dumbest thing I've ever, like, it's the dumbest thing ever. And they've written the laws in the states to where that is acceptable. Right? And if they arrest you and you don't resist, and they had no reason to put you in handcuffs and all that, then all they do is release you when they feel like releasing you. That's it. They don't pay repercussions for arresting a citizen that did nothing wrong. They don't pay no repercussions. They don't even pay repercussions for getting caught planting drugs and ruining somebody's life. All right? These guys get caught on camera beating people up, but because they say it while they're punching somebody in the face, right, and kneeing them in their back and all this, right, which is, it's impossible not to do any movement while you're getting punched in the face, okay, and have a knee in the back of your neck and have another knee on your fucking, the back of your ribs, and it's impossible not to move, okay? It's impossible. But as long as they say stop resisting, that is completely acceptable. Okay, then they'll say, yeah, he said stop resisting. Those are the magic words. So they get to beat the shit out of you until they feel like that they feel that you're no longer resisting. So I guess till you're dead, right? So they beat you up till you're dead, so you can't move no more. That's when you stop, quote unquote, resisting, and then they arrest you then. Because they place fucking handcuffs on bloodied up individuals that are already dead. I mean, it's fucking stupid. And in court, what do they say? Well, I was telling him I felt that he was still resisting. I told him, stop resisting. He kept resisting. Well, the footage just show that he kept putting his hand behind the back of his neck while they were trying to knee the back of his neck. And the footage just show, like, when they would knee him, that he would move. Look, his knee jerked. When they fucking kicked him in the ribs, he was obviously moving. I could see why the officer believes that's resisting. Are you fucking kidding me? All right? All right, like, are you shitting me? And people think this is okay. Like, they think this is perfectly fine. Oh, this is good. There's nothing wrong with that. What's the big deal? I think there's other reasons people are okay with it. Okay, we all know what that is, right? Even the people that are okay with it know what it is, right? But back to this officer, right? Can you believe that they're using this guy as a witness in other court matters, in other cases? Can you believe that shit? This is insane. I mean, I can't. This is almost like they're doing it like in everybody's faces, and they're like, so what? All right? That tells me that this is so ingrained in the culture that this is seen and deemed as normal. All right? Now, there's been many ex-police officers that have come out and have confirmed all this. Okay? They were told what neighborhoods to patrol. Right? They were told what neighborhoods to avoid arresting people at. Okay? They were told what quota they had to meet. Right? They will try to see how, like they do this thing where like they'll joke about planting something, and then they'll see how that officer reacts. Like if he acts too serious, like, well, why would you do that? Then they'll avoid doing stuff like that around that police officer. I mean, there's ways to kind of get around this, okay? And then they'll have meetings with the police chief and be like, are you going to be part of this team or not? It's us against them. And all this shit's, they caught all this shit on tape, right? Saying that us against them and you don't understand the bigger picture and this, that, and the third. I mean, this is stupid. There's been, caught on tape of, audios of a police chief telling a police officer, why are you arresting, these types of people? Like you're arresting too many white people and too many females, not enough males and not enough, minorities. What the hell's going on? And when the police officer says, well, I mean, I'm arresting whoever is, because he's at a a turnpike or something like that, and he's just saying, I'm arresting the people that are breaking the law. That's all I'm doing. And he blatantly tells them, no. You don't understand. You're an outlier. Like, you have to meet the quota. This is the quota. This is what the numbers need to look like. And if the numbers don't look like this, then you have to find another line of work. And people wonder why the numbers stay the same, right? So, and this is very real shit, you know? Where's the outrage for this? I don't see any outrage for this. A cop literally tried to, he didn't try, he did. He planted evidence. He planted. Okay, planting evidence and planting drugs should be, okay, a very, very powerful offense, right? It's this guy should be in jail, man, at the least 20 years. And oh, that sounds harsh. No. The position he's in and the amount of lives that he could ruin, it's not harsh at all. He should probably get more than that. I mean, this is crazy, man. This is getting out of control. You know, I mean, it's been like this. I mean, everybody knows cops have been planning shit for years, okay? But when one is finally caught this red-handed, you have to, you know, prosecute. You think this prosecutor has any interest in really prosecuting this guy? I mean, this guy is doing a lot of good work for this prosecutor. Still using him as a witness, right? You think that the district attorney cares? He doesn't care, right? You think they're going to try very hard, like it's grand juries, right? It's easy to indict in a grand jury. But only in grand juries do you see police, like prosecutors playing defense attorney, right? They're defending the cop more than I mean, this is stupid. This probably won't even get past the grand jury because of the way the prosecutor's going to frame it, right? The cop's probably going to say something stupid. Oh, well, I did find it there, but the thing is that the cam wasn't on, so I want to put it back, and I want the cam on, so you know, so it could show where I found it, but it was there originally. And you know how many people are going to believe that shit? Come on, man, right? Anyway, in my personal opinion, this is my personal opinion, right? Okay, there should be federal authorities, right, in disguised vehicles. This is just my opinion. There should be federal authorities in disguised vehicles who only randomly stop police vehicles and then search the police officer, what they have on them, and the vehicle, right? This should be constantly done. They should never know when it's going to happen, right? And there should also be random, out of nowhere searches of police vehicles and departments and stuff like that, because this is getting out of control. Now, you think this is going to happen with Jeff Sessions and Trump in office? Fuck no, right? This, how? Fucking Obama didn't have the balls to do something like that. But that's something that has to happen, right? There's no one policing the police. They police themselves. Every time they do something, oh, we're working on an internal investigation, okay? I.e., we're looking at everything possible, you know, to not get in trouble. That's what it is, right? If you constantly committed crimes and you got to, you know, do an internal investigation on yourself, like really? I mean, you're going to have time to, you know, this is why evidence disappears and, oh, we're so sorry, Judge. The tape got damaged. Like, you know, like back when they had tape, like tapes would randomly get damaged. And, you know, they would say, oh, well, you know, that they would fine them for that or something, but then, like, nothing would happen, right? Body cam footage. See, now they think, you know, they're starting to get smart now, right? At first, they were against the body cams, saying, oh, it invades the privacy of the police officer. Fuck you, all right? While you're on duty, you're not entitled to privacy as a police officer. When you're off duty, sure, like every other, private citizen, right? Even though we don't really have privacy, right? But nonetheless, you're not entitled to privacy while you're supposed to be working for us, apparently, right? And now what do they do? They're starting to use body cam footage, okay, to prove that, oh, look, I found these drugs, they're starting to use it. They're giving it to prosecutors. Prosecutors love it. Okay, it makes them look good. Like, oh, look how many people I prosecuted, right? It's about numbers. You know how many people I prosecuted? I prosecuted a 90% rate. Like, blah, blah, blah. All that, numbers matter to prosecutors and lawyers, by the way, right? Prosecutors, they love numbers. They want to be up there in the 90% sums, that I prosecuted this, I prosecuted that. To them, kind of like, in sports and stuff, how they care about numbers. And I prosecuted a 98% rate, blah, blah. Like, they love all that, okay? So you don't think they love the dash cam footage being presented to them, okay? You don't think they hate having to prosecute a cop because they know they're likely not going to win that case, right? That's very unlikely. Very unlikely. Like I said, a cop can say that a 12-year-old kid scared them so much that they had to pull over and do a drive-by on them and shoot them quick, right? And get away with it. Like, the grand jury wouldn't even indict, right? A cop, this is insane. A guy could be running away. He could shoot him. He could plant a taser next to him. He could lie and say that the guy tried to get me with my own taser, and that's why I had to shoot, right? All that could be caught on tape. He'll still be like, there'll be a mistrial over that. It's insane, right? So it's going to make their numbers look bad. Plus, it's who they're working with. They don't want a bad relationship with their partners in crime. These are their partners. Okay, that this is who they work with all the time. A district attorney is way too scared to have a bad relationship with the police. It also have bad PR. All the bad PR you're going to have. And, we live in a country where if you take a knee, because innocent people are being gunned down by cops, or unarmed people getting gunned down by cops, right? Just take a knee. You could be a top, 20, top 10 quarterback in the league, and all of a sudden you're not even good enough to be a backup in the entire fucking league, right? That's the type of world we live in. So nobody, wants to take that on. Nobody wants to take that on, right? So there you go. Land in the free home of the brave. Like, nobody's brave around here. Everybody's just playing pretend, okay? That's all people are doing. I'm brave because I put my hand on my chest. What? And stand up tall and take off my cap while a fucking song plays? Fuck you, okay? Because you look at a flag with grace and integrity? Fuck you. That doesn't make you brave, right? Standing up for something makes you brave. If one of those police officers would have said something and said, wait, what the fuck are you doing? Right? Yeah, maybe he would have lost his job, right? Maybe he would have had a lot of threats. Like, that happens, okay? All this, bad apples. Every time a cop tries to do the right thing, right, they fire them, right? There was a cop that showed up to somebody's house, right? The guy was going to kill himself, and they call that suicide by cop, right? The guy told him, hey, I'm not going to shoot you, man. Okay, talk to him. Convinced him to put the gun down. Two other cops showed up, out of nowhere, shoot the guy, kill him, right? And then you know what happened? The guy that talked to the individual, made him put his gun down, the one that was brave, the one that talked to an individual who was obviously had issues with a gun in his hand, the one that really showed bravery, the one that really showed integrity, the one that really showed some humanity, that person got fired because he, quote unquote, put his brothers in arms in danger. Get the fuck out of here, okay? He put his brothers in blue in danger. They weren't in danger. They were not. They showed up later, and they saw a gun on somebody's hand, probably crying or something, and they just shot his ass. That's not bravery. Get the fuck out of here, right? If I had a gun on me and, every time I suspected there was a 1% chance something might happen, I just start shooting, I'd be in jail by next week. All right? So anyway, what about the police officer? There was a state trooper. Okay, she was a woman, right? She pulled over a cop, right? Now I forgot the reason she pulled him over. I can't remember the reason why, right? She started getting weird calls, okay? They started tapping into her privacy, her lines, right? She started getting threats. She had to move like out of state, okay? Because she was in fear of her fucking life, right? And all because she checked an officer for doing something illegal. This is insane. So don't give me this bullshit of, oh, it's only a few bad apples. It's 99.9% of cops are good. It's just that the media, all they do is report on the 0.001%, and that's it. That's a bunch of horseshit, okay? If the media really report, like, this planting of the drug should be why isn't there wall-to-wall coverage about this on CNN? If they really wanted to get to police, you would think this would be wall-to-wall coverage. I mean, they'll do wall-to-wall coverage about, okay, some little baby being born over there in England, but because it came out of the womb of some girl that they call a queen, right? They'll do wall-to-wall coverage about that. Oh, Prince Charles says, we just had an interview with him where he talked about the challenges of being a father. Like, shut the fuck up, okay? Over there in their fucking castle, they don't even have a fucking job. We got nannies everywhere. You want to talk to me about their challenges of being a father? Fuck you, okay? Talk about this, right? Talk about shit like this. Shit that matters to people, all right? Not some, did you see the dress that she wore? The Duke of whatever. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, they got all, like, Ebola. Like, one person gets Ebola, wall-to-wall coverage. Oh, is Ebola going to take over America? Are we all going to die? Like, it's just crazy shit. Everybody starts panicking about Ebola. But, police officer plants shit. Police officers planting shit everywhere, shooting people at record rates. We don't got to worry about that. Who cares about that? We don't got to worry about that shit, right? No, but nothing, right? Anyway, that's all I got to say about that, man. I mean, the fact that this individual, I mean, I saw people outraged. Like, I saw some people that were like, oh, yeah, this guy should definitely be fired for sure. Fired? Like, fired? I mean, that's without question. He should already be without a job, but he should be prosecuted, right? This individual should be prosecuted. I mean, this is insane, man, right? Anyway, this is DStyleBoxing. I'm out.